Alright, so today essentially I want to start with implementing the plan that I have here. Let me see if I can open the Figma. For some reason I just tried that. I don't understand why, but I cannot do anything with it. I'm not sure what's wrong. Like if I add text, nothing is working. Like I'm not even sure what is going on. Anyway, what I want to work on is, well, essentially the skills. I want to start with implementing the skills that I need. So first of all, I need to understand, help me understand what can I do with my live stream. Essentially, I want to split the live stream into, well, not split, but I want to extract different parts of the live stream and create a 12 to 13 minutes long form video for YouTube, right? And that's the main goal. What would be the way to do this? And tell me, how can I do that? So let's start on that. Come on. What is going on? Am I even streaming? It's like, how is there so many errors? All right, let me see. Okay, let's try like that. Let me check what is going on. And I'm not sure. It almost feels like my entire browser just died. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, I don't understand. Something weird is going on. All right, let's see what I can do. Okay, let's try with this interface. I'll scale it like crazy so that it's visible. But I'm not sure. Okay, so let's clear that. Let's copy what I just sent here. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, help me understand what I can do to split my live stream that I recorded, which is an hour long, and transform it into a long form video for a YouTube. Essentially, I need AI to extract different parts from the recording and then connect it all together, and then review it again and see whether it looks good or not. The AI itself should also be capable of modifying the video, like adding different effects to make it funnier or stuff like that. And I don't have a single recording. I have 3 recordings. One of them is the screen. The other one is camera, and the third one is just audio, MP3 format. So the part I don't understand is how would I, for example, or how AI generally will be able to understand the video. It needs to understand two parts, or maybe three parts actually, right? Like, I guess my impression when I was doing things. It also needs to understand the transcript, so it needs to generate a transcript from an audio. Then the third one, it also needs to understand what was happening on the screen. And all of that shouldn't be eating a lot of money, essentially. I want it to be cost efficient. So I want to understand how can I even do that, essentially. Okay, let's try that. All right. Come on. Oh, I forgot to log in. 1 second. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll just open my own account real quick. For some reason, the charge is failing. 1 second. Alright, so what do we have? Alright. Hmm. Okay, so that. Okay. So I think I fixed it. Okay. Finally, the subscription was fixed. Let's get back. Okay. So that, and then this one. I actually set up a completely new account because well, that's what I need. So I need Opus and extend it, I guess. Okay, so let me check. Okay, so let's start with that first. I want to understand how I can actually split my video, right? So then I hope it is not going to fail this time. I don't need warp for now. Really interested in workflow. Okay. Okay. So the core problem AI needs to understand your content across 3 streams, screen, camera, audio, to make intelligent editing decisions. Okay, so the transcript is your foundation, is by far the cheapest signal. Use Whisper, free local. Whisper is free? I didn't know that. Or cheap API like DeepGram Assembly AI to transcribe your MP3. This gives you timestamps plus words, which already tells the AI what was said and when. For screen understanding, you don't feed the whole video to AI, instead sample frames. Take a screenshot every 5 to 10 seconds using FFmpeg and then send those images to a vision model, Claude or GPT-4 in batches. There's maybe 360, 720 images for an hour, which you can describe in batches cheaply. You get a timestamp log like VS Code open it in Python file without paying for continuous video analysis. The camera feed usually matters least for content decisions. You might only need it for detecting reactions, laugh, and surprise. Again, sample frames, not continuous video. Let AI make edit decisions. Once you have the transcripts plus screen descriptions as text, you send that to an LM and ask it to identify segments. That's interesting. So once I have that, so let's start with that. I guess that's the first step that I'll need to build. I'll bookmark that. So plan. Let's go with that. I'll need it in bookmarks bar. Let AI make edit decisions. Once you have the transcripts plus screen descriptions as text, you send that to an LM and ask it to identify segments. Find the interesting moments. So that's like AI job, right? That's like okay, let me finish. So you send it to an element, ask it to identify segments, find the interesting moments, remove dead air, identify highlights. The AI returns a list of timestamps, clips, and edit decision list EDL. Okay, this is just text in, text out, very cheap. Execute the edits programmatically. Use FFmpeg or Python wrapper like MoviePy to actually cut, join, and sync your three sources based on the AI's timestamp decisions. The AI doesn't touch the video files directly, just tells FFmpeg what to do, effects and polish. For making it funny, the AI can suggest where to add zoom ins, sound effects, text overlays, or speed changes, and output those as FFmpeg commands or scripted instructions. More complex effects might need something like Remotion, React-based video rendering, or DaVinci Resolve's scripting API. Cost breakdown for 1 hour of content transcription, 0.36 or free locally. Frame sampling, Vision API, maybe 1 to 3 depending. Vision API, okay. LM calls for edit decisions. Okay, those are really cheap, but I think there will be a lot of iterations. Total roughly $2 to $5 per hour of source material. Tools to look at: FFmpeg, Whisper, Claude GPT-4 API for vision plus edit decisions. For building the pipeline itself, Python ties it all together well if you want a more turnkey solution. Okay. Want me to go deeper? Okay, so let's actually discuss the first point, right? The first point is generating understanding. So I'm going to be using Claude Code along with its agents and skills, right? Can you tell me where would I even start with implementing something like that? Like, as far as I understand, I have 3 parts, right? The first part is identifying the transcript. Transcribing the video. The second part is understanding video frames, screen recording frames, and then understanding, is extracting reactions from the camera video. Can Whisper actually tell when there were... Okay, no, that doesn't matter. let's actually discuss the first point. I need to stop saying right. It doesn't make sense to do that every time. Okay, so let's start with that. I'll go back to Cloud Code. Here I'll also open cursor. I think that's what I'll need for now. So here's the cursor. I'll scale the UI a little bit. I'll need an on. Okay, so we installed the OpenAI Whisper. Okay, well, I think the first step is initializing the environment. I don't remember how you do that in Python. Like, how do I init? I don't remember the exact command that you use to do that. Come on, just tell me. Yeah, so Python dash m. So let's do that first. Okay, I don't have Python installed. I need Python 3. Okay, so that's done. Then we'll source that. And then you said that I'll need to install OpenAI Whisper. Alright, so that's installing. Then Whisper. Wait, why do I? Okay. Wouldn't it make more sense to use some kind of OpenAI library instead? Yeah, it doesn't make sense to actually have something like that. I guess that's fine. So the first one is transcribe.py, then screen analysis, then reaction analysis, and then merge timeline produces unified timeline. Oh yeah, that's important. Like once I actually combine all of those, I will need to actually, okay, that makes sense. Use Haiku for the frame analysis if description don't need to be sophisticated. It's much cheaper and fast. Skip frames that are nearly identical to the previous one. I know that, okay, oops. I'll need Claude again. I'll clear my usage history real quick so I don't expose anything that I usually use, like my email, for example. Okay, so what I wanted, I forgot what I wanted. So that thing finished installing. Okay, so that thing is installed. Oh yeah, I wanted compare 3 models from, like, compare the best, or I don't know, the cheapest. Oh, I don't know. That's can you compare 3 models, three model providers, Anthropic, Gemini, and GPT, to understand which one would be the best to understand what is on the image? Like, I have an image and I need the model to describe what's on the image, including like emotions, if that is a person, all the objects, like what would be the best model to do that currently? Provide me the table breakdown of why they think that model is the best. Anthropic, Gemini, and GPT to understand which one would be the best. Okay, so while that is working, I'll go back to Warp. What I'll say is that I need to start setting up this pipeline. So let me actually rename one of the streams, like the first one, like for example, right? So that's a copy. Okay, I guess something happened here. All right. It's problems after problems, which is crazy. Okay, based on current April 2026 data, here's the concepts breakdown. Recommendation Gemini 3.1 Pro, image description use case. It even has this green label here, that's cool. Okay, I think something happened with cursor. It just completely froze my recording. What if I need to transcribe like 700 images for a live stream? Like I have a live stream that is hour long, and I took screenshots from the stream. I need to understand how much is it going to cost me if the images are going to be like 1080p. I aim for cost efficiency. I don't want to be um, paying a lot of money for that. Okay, so for warp, I don't have anything in particular to work on for now. I want to do something like that. So on the left side, I'll have browser. On the right side, I'll have warp. Interesting. I don't remember Claude having this kind of cool things. Like I don't remember that they had something like that. That's looking really cool. Okay, so Flash apparently. Gemini 2.5 Flash at $half total. It's more than cost Gemini 3.5 3.1 Pro. Okay. Okay, so that's good to know. So essentially that's what I'm going to do, right? Is I'm going to do that. Then once I transcribed everything, once I transcribed the video and stuff like that, I'll need, okay, so let's do like that. So create a plan to implement multiple agents and multiple skills. Essentially, first of all, I need a skill that is going to orchestrate the entire setup. The setup needs to look like that. So first I need a I have a stream, and that stream is inside of the zip file. So first of all, the zip file needs to be unzipped, right? Then inside of the zip file there would be 3 files. One will be for camera recording, second one will be for screen recording, and the third one will be the stream itself, with camera and the screen capture combined. What needs to happen is that from the third video it needs to extract the audio track, because essentially screen recording and camera recording doesn't have any audio, right? So that's where you get the audio from. Then this audio needs to be transcribed with Whisper API. I'll provide the key after you've implemented everything for you to test, but that's the first step, right? Then once that's done, there's FFmpeg that needs to be used, and it needs to take both videos for camera and screen, and it should extract screenshots or whatever in 1080p of the video every 5 seconds, right? Essentially extract screenshots for every 5 seconds of the video, right? Then it should use Gemini Batch API and the model 2.5 Flash to get the description of what's on the image, right? So it needs to send all the images, get the description, right? And then once that's done, it needs to combine everything into some kind of file. Let me check. Yeah, it needs to combine everything into a merge timeline. Essentially, the result is later, not right now, going to be used to analyze the video, or analyze the stream and understand what would be the parts to extract from the video. When user Whisper API, I need to understand what were the words said in the video. It needs to use it needs to transcribe the video. Inside of the camera video, it needs to understand what were the reactions, and stuff like that, whether I was looking directly into the camera or to the side and stuff like that. With the screen recording, it's just an understanding of what was happening on the screen. Yeah, for all of that, you need to use Python. You need to use VNV to set up everything, right? All the work that does not require AI to be involved, like for example, taking screenshots of the video with FFmpeg, needs to be put into a separate Python scripts, so that way it is all automated as well, right? Yeah, produce the agents and skills. They need to produce they need to be concise, right? They shouldn't be overblown, essentially. That's the main point. And no testing needed for now. I'll test it myself, and once I test it myself, I'll let you test it as well. Yeah. Wow. I was talking for a long time, huh? It's not Whisper API. It's Whisper API. Whisper and Whisper. Whisper. I guess I'm mispronouncing it. Okay, so the first one. Come on, I wasn't typing. Whisper API. Gemini Batch API using the Google AI Studio API or Vertex AI. And do you already have a Gemini API key environment variable set up? I am using Google AI Studio. What is that? Generative language. I'm not using anything. I don't know what would be the best one to use. I don't have any preference. The third one, zip file location. Zip file located inside of the root of this project, and it is called stream.zip. Zip file located inside the root of this project, and it's called stream.zip. All right. Fourth one, file naming convention. So the zip. How do you distinguish camera versus scam.mp4 mp4, come on, and stream and screen recording with screen mp4, and the last file left is stream over itself. Okay, fifth one, output format for the merge timeline, JSON, Markdown, or something else. I'm thinking a JSON file with timestamps map into transcript text, camera description, and screen description. I'm thinking a JSON file with timestamps map into transcript text. Let's use JSON, okay. I was thinking actually Markdown, because that would be more token efficient, I guess. But then how would you... Let's use Markdown. Let's go with Markdown for now to be token efficient. Gemini Batch API, how do you mean the actual async batch prediction API, submit job, poll for results, or just send in requests in parallel? The true batch API has different mechanic than just looping over images. I meant actual batch API, because I also want to save costs by using it. Okay, I guess let's send it like that. For now, nothing superfluous. Everything looks like it's going to work. So it is planning. Unzip. Let's unzip. Please, there is nothing installed currently. Oh well, there is a lot of installed, I guess. 23 lines. Okay. Then Claude Dev. No, there is nothing inside of it. I think so, at least. Yep, FFmpeg is installed. Alright, so that's that. Can I actually remove that somehow? I can rerun and I can add it, but I cannot remove. Okay, whatever. Then let's see. So the first part is generate and understanding. I'm going to be using Cloud Code along with its agents and skill. Okay. So okay, local, use the already installed OpenAI Whisper package to transcribe locally on your machine. OpenAI API endpoint. Let's actually... Is there any difference between using local Whisper model or OpenAI API endpoint for transcriptions? I want to understand whether I will gain, whether I will lose any quality by using a local whisper model. Is there any difference between using local whisper model over OpenAI pen input? I want to understand whether I will lose any quality by using a local whisper model. Be concise. Right, so far we identified that the best model for transcriptions would be Flash, 2.5 Flash. I guess it could be better by using 3.1 Pro, but I think how much is it gonna be? Like if I have, so if I have 2.18, let's imagine that it will be 3 per stream, and I have 3 streams multiplied by 4 weeks. That's gonna be $40 a month. Yeah, I think for now it's not what I actually need, so not do that. The key difference is same model, same quality. If you run the same whisper model size locally in large tree as what OpenAI uses in their API, the transcription quality is identical. The weights are open source and publicly available. Where differences can arise: model size. OpenAI's API likely runs their largest best model. If you run tiny, base, or medium locally to save resources, quality will drop. Pre-post processing. OpenAI may apply additional pre-processing, noise reduction, VAD, or post-processing, compute precision. Running locally with lower precision or on CPU can occasionally produce slightly different outputs, though the difference is usually negligible. How is it going to look like if I actually run Whisper Large version 3 on my MacBook Pro 2022? Will it even be able to handle that? And I have only 250 gigabytes of disk space. Okay, so let's keep that question for now. The combined stream file is named full. Okay, I fooled you. Accept the zip name argument. Stream one full. Should the skill accept a zip name as argument? Always process all zip files in the directory. Should the skill accept a zip name as argument? Always process all zip files. Okay. Oh, I cannot submit, I see. Because I need the answer about Whisper first. You'll be fine on disk. The model is only about 3 gigabytes. Storage is not an issue at all. Performance depends on your chip. M2 Pro base M2. It will run, but noticeably slower, maybe. What? Hold up. Expect roughly real time or slightly slower than real time transcription. Using MLX Whisper or Whisper CPP with metal acceleration makes a big difference. Okay. Practical tips to use Whisper. Okay. If you have RAM address, it will work but will be tight. It's comfortable for fast results without meaningful quality loss. I guess I'll have to use OpenAI endpoints for now. Submit answers. Okay, so that's that. That's also okay. Okay, so that thing is running. Let's see. I actually want to start in parallel working on the second step. Okay, so then, so hold up, I didn't read it fully. So screen frame, understand this is where it gets interested. The pipeline is extract frames, batch them, send to a vision model, get timestamp descriptions. Start with FFmpeg to sample frames. Okay, that pulls one frame every 5 seconds. Let's actually check 1 sec before. So, updated plan. Did you already had a plan? Okay, so scripts and zip, extract audio, extract frames, transcribe audio, describe frames, merge timeline, cloud commands, process stream. No, I don't need commands, I need skills. Okay, Python scripts, 6 total. Wait, which model am I using? Hold up. Yeah, Opus 4.6, medium effort. That's weird. I need you to use. Oh, actually, like, yeah, like that go.com. Caveman cloud code. Caveman cloud code. Yeah, there was a GitHub, yeah, from that guy. I want to use that actually. So essentially what I understood is that it saves your context if you install it. I want to try that. So codecs, cloud code, cloud plugin marketplace, add, and cloud plugin install. So you do that. Okay. Why would I do that? So that's what you need to run. BAM skills, just with Caveman. Yes. Okay, Caveman. Okay, select skills to install. So ultra compressed communication, ultra commit message generator, compressed natural language memory files, ultra compressed code review comments. Just Caveman. Okay, Caveman. Cloud code. Okay, project copy. Yes. Okay, so I need you to use skills and not commands. I need you to generate cloud skills and not commands. So that's the first thing. And actually good that I checked the plan. I usually don't do that. Requirements, VNV, okay, unzip stream, extract audio, transcribe audio. Yeah, then there is gonna be only one full file. I mean the stream itself inside of the zip file. There is always 3 files only. Okay, so that's that. What else? Okay. Come on. Why is it scrolling like that? Okay, so extract audio, FM extracts audio track from the command stream video to a MP3 file. Extract frames every 5 seconds. Sends audio to OpenAI Whisper. Okay. Make sure that any external requests to LLMs like Whisper or Gemini, they actually have retry mechanism. So that way, if the request fails, it will try again. And make sure that the script implements exponential backoff up to 3 retries. Okay, so that's that. What else? So transcribe audio, okay, describe frames, okay, merge timeline. Yeah, read transcript JSON, camera description, the screen description JSON from name director produces name timeline MD. Markdown file with entries every 5 seconds containing transcript segment, camera description, screen description. Cloud code skill 1 file. Orchestrator skill invoked as process stream. Okay. The skill instructs cloud blah 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 agents. Okay. Oh, okay, so that's good. For Whisper API, so that's good. Google Gen AI for Gemini Batch API. Okay, so that's awesome. Stream timeline. Okay, transcript, speaker facing camera, waving. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Verification run. Okay. Okay, I think the rest looks good. So that one I installed, right? It's not going to get picked up inside of that um, that process, essentially. But it got installed, so that's good. I like that. No throat clearing. Alright. So caveman essentially. Whoa. That's crazy. It kinda exploded. Wait, hold up. It exploded in like, it got released like less than a week ago and it already has 18,000 stars. How is that possible? I guess it's just really good repository, I guess. I'll start it as well. Why not? Because I mean, if it actually works, then of course, why not? Okay, so you can begin working on that. Meanwhile, I'll need to work on the screen frame. Actually, no, on the step 2. So yeah, let's edit this. Let's dive into AI part, step 2. Right. Let's imagine that I have a markdown file which described everything that was in the video, including the camera, including the transcript, including the screen itself as well. What would be the next step to identify like viral parts of the video? No, viral parts are not needed. Identify and what is the most interesting content within the video, and glue it all together into like 12 to 15 minutes long form video for YouTube. Okay, I'll check that. So close request permission to write. Okay, yes, sure. So let's dive into AI part step 2. Let's imagine that I have a markdown file which describes everything that was in the video, including the camera, including the transcript, the screen itself. What would be the next step to identify the most interesting content within the video and glue it all together into 12 to 15 minute long form video for YouTube? Okay, let's see. Oh, right. And also, I need to research one thing on Claude. Research what, like, research how does the YouTube algorithm works for 12 to 15 minutes long videos. Essentially, I'll be posting 3 videos, I think, every week, and I need to understand what the algorithm expects from the content creator. I know that YouTube algorithm is quite complex, but at the same time also I know that the European Union, they kind of have really strict regulations, and part of the algorithm should be public, which means we can actually look into the algorithm itself, right? So YouTube probably has it posted somewhere, I guess. I'm not sure about that. So I need to understand what would be the best like tips and tricks for posting long form content on YouTube. Okay, I cannot say anything. I also put research. The style concise. I don't want to be. So, research. What? Okay, research how the YouTube algorithm works for 12 to 15 minute long videos. Essentially, I'll be posting 3 videos, I think, every week. And I need to understand what the algorithm expects from the content creator. I know that the YouTube algorithm is quite complex, but at the same time, I know that the European Union has really strict regulations and part of the algorithm should be public, which means we can actually look into the algorithm itself. YouTube probably has it posted somewhere. I'm not sure about that, so I need to understand what would be the best tips and tricks for posting long form content on YouTube to rank higher. Rank higher, essentially, right? Ask any clarifying questions. Ask any clarifying questions. So, okay, I should have actually started that before I'm doing that. So then VNV pip install Google Gen AI. Okay, I guess we can allow that for all the shenanigans that it has. So good topic. What's your niche content type? Education, gaming, commentary, vlogs, tech reviews. Okay, are you starting a new channel or growing an existing one? Effects, whether we focus on discoverability versus retention strategies. Do you want the research to also cover optimal posting times, days for a 3-week schedule? So my niche is that I'm a tech YouTuber and I want to post about how I create tech, how I discover different things that people might not have even thought about. And I'll be trying also different new things online so that people can experience those things while watching what I'm working on. And then the second question, I'm starting a new channel. I had a channel like 2 years ago. I removed all the videos from it. I'll be just continuing from scratch essentially, but the channel existed before. I'm just kind of refreshing it. And I also want the research to cover optimal posting times and days. I cannot see anything because of the light source. So my niche is that I'm a tech YouTuber and I wanna post and I wanna post about how I create tech, how I discover different things that people might not have even thought about. I'll be trying also different new things online so that people can experience those things while watching what I'm working on. The second question, I'm starting a new channel. I had a channel like 2 years ago. I removed all the videos from it. I'll be just continuing from scratch essentially, but the channel existed before. I'm just kind of refreshing it. I want the research to cover optimal posting times and days. Okay, we can send it now. So that thing finished. Dependencies, OpenAI and Google Gen AI installed in VNV. Okay, so that was the second part. Wait, yeah, I actually didn't read it fully. So pass one is segment scores, send the markdown to the LM and ask it to break the stream into logical segments, topic changes, natural breaks. Then score each segment on criteria you define: entertainment value, informativeness, uniqueness, audience engagement potential. You also tell it your channel's style, what your audience cares about. The output is a structured list of segments with timestamps, scores, and short descriptions. Before I forget, actually, this scorer, it also, I guess, needs to understand what was historically posted before, right? So it also needs to use YouTube API to download all the recent videos. I think videos for like the last 3 months, which would be the last 50 videos essentially, and understand whether it is actually following the same thing, the same theme that I was going for essentially. So that way it doesn't deviate from the main content that I post. Before I forget, this score also needs to understand what was historically posted before. So it also needs to use the YouTube API to download the last 50 videos. It needs to understand whether it's actually following the same theme that I was going for. So that way it doesn't deviate from the main content. I already posted. Okay. Is it okay? Okay, what you do pull from the UK, but here's the cost problem. You don't want to shove 50 videos description to every scoring prompt. That's a lot of tokens for context that doesn't change between runs. So you process these once and create a channel profile document. Run one LM call that analyzes all 50 videos and outputs a condensed summary. Recurring themes. Okay, that makes sense. The YouTube data API version 3 gives you lists on videos, search, and channels for free up to 10,000 quota units per day. Pulling 50 videos metadata is trivial on quota if you want analytics. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine, I guess. Okay, now can you provide a consolidated plan for step 2? So about that, right, I think we can try and use this approach. Essentially, I want to review what I have here. So skills, caveman, process stream. Where did it create agents? I don't see any agents. There should have been wait, hold up, what is it? What? I don't, okay, whatever. Come on. Skills. Okay, so I have that. Stream 1. Yeah, let's delete that. Okay. I don't see any agents. It should have created like 3 agents. The skill uses cloud code agents for parallelism. Okay, let's read the skill then. It's kind of strange. Okay. Oh, actually, I need it like that. Okay. So unzip, extract audio, extract frames, AI processing, merge timeline. Launch exactly 3 agents in parallel. So I guess it's going to use agents, but it just didn't like. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I thought it is going to create agents folder, name those things, but I guess that's fine as well. I don't really care the way it does things. The most important for me is that it actually does things and finish it. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so Let me then provide the Gemini key. Let me do like that first. All right, so what do I need? So I need the Gemini, 1 second. Gemini google.com. Oh, actually I need AI Studio Gemini. AI Studio google.com. So essentially what I want to do is I want to provide it with keys, and that's pretty much it. But also I'll need the right account because I have just a lot of them. Right. Okay, so that's that. Oh, I actually see a question from no Cledem. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. So essentially what I'm working on is I'm just creating a marketing pipeline for myself, as kind of described here, right? So the first one is to get the live stream, that what I'm doing right now, split it into different parts, then analyze them, then edit them, and then create a YouTube video essentially. And that's one of the parts, right? There is many more. If I could load my Figma file, and something broke. I just cannot for some reason do anything with the file. But the idea was to first create the YouTube video, then create different other things, right? Yeah, so that was the idea. Like other things like post on TikTok, Instagram, and stuff like that, right? So, and I know that skills and agents, they are different, at least from my experience. You can have like cloud agents, if I can show you, cloud agents, right? Actually, let me use the most famous cloud agents, cloud code agents. Let's do like that. Yeah, so if you create custom agents, I guess, yeah, those are like agents that you can call. Yeah, you see, you create them under this directory, and it didn't create anything. So that's what I'm trying to. Well, and that's fine. I don't really need them. So that's fine. Okay, so let me find my key. I've got the key. Then I'll need to open my code editor cursor so I can actually provide the key. But I actually would like to have it somewhere safe. Alright, let me first do that. I hope my stream doesn't freeze again. What do I have? Like settings, JSON, env, Gemini API key. So that's provided. Then the next one and the last one is OpenAI API key. Okay, so that one is a little bit trickier because I don't remember if I even have an account there. And if I do have, what the fuck? I don't understand what is happening. Like I click buttons and nothing really works. Unbelievably annoying. Maybe it's just my browser. I'm not sure what is happening. Like I click things, like the same as like. Okay, so this time it worked, but like I'm not sure. Some buttons just doesn't work. And yeah, I guess that's just my browsers because I probably cleared all the cookies. So I guess I need to restart the browser. I guess doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. I guess I'll just restart my browser because it doesn't work properly, and then I'll be able to explain a little bit more clearly. So let's test it on Figma right away if it is going to open or not. How do I like that? Like, okay. Does it work? No, it doesn't work. Like, I cannot pen, I cannot do anything inside of it. I don't understand what is happening. Maybe I just broke something. Like, buttons are working. If I select, I cannot do anything. Like, this is just crazy. So I'm just creating all the skills that will be needed to accomplish that pipeline that I cannot even... Oh, I know what I can do. I guess it will work. So in Figma, what you actually can do, not many people know that, but you can export it. Oh shit, the button doesn't work. Let's try with the shortcut, Command Shift E. Okay, so it worked. Let's export solid. No, actually G page. Entire file. Let's export it. I think the file is going to be like 20 megabytes or something like that. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. So now how do I zoom in that thing? Oh yes. How do I move it now? Like, I almost feel like a caveman right now. I don't know how to move things here. Maybe like with the trackpad. Oh yeah, the trackpad works. Okay, so I'm not. What? Why? Why is it panning automatically? This is funny. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening. Why is it doing that? Okay, so the market, essentially what I want is I want to create like different departments. We can say there would be like the marketing team, the development team, and stuff like that. And while I know how to create like development team, essentially with agents, I'm currently working with marketing team because it is a pain in the ass to essentially when you are doing a live stream to post any content and process it and stuff like that. So I would rather pay like how much? Maybe $20 for a video for AI agents to do everything for me. And I don't want to be using any existing services because they are created for like a big mass of people. So I want to create something that will be tailored specifically to my needs. And that's what I'm trying to solve right now, essentially. Okay, so that's about that. So that's what I'm working on. And the way I do this is by just creating all the skills that I think will be needed and then trying to adjust the pipeline as I go. Right, so YouTube algorithm strategy and conversion live stream is what I need. Okay. Okay, let's check the research. Okay, I guess I'll have to do like that. Or actually even like that. Okay, it doesn't get bigger than that. Okay, so YouTube doesn't have a single recommendation algorithm. It operates 5 distinct recommendation systems. Wow, that's interesting. So each with different primary signals and ranking logic, understanding which surface you are optimizing for shapes every creative decision. Wow. So because it has that many algorithms, I'll need to pick one first. Wow, and there's like 20 pages long document. Oh. But I need to understand everything essentially, is because if I understand this, then I'll be able to explain that to agents, and then they will be able to do the best job possible. Right, so okay, the platform's 2025 shift to satisfaction-weighted discovery fundamentally changed what matters. Post-watch satisfaction surveys and retention quality now outweigh raw watch time and click-through rates. For restarted tech channel posting 3 times per week, the path algorithm visibility run through consistently, high retention content with strong packaging, not subscriber counts or channel history. Strong packaging? Okay. YouTube has no sandbox penalty and actively promotes new and small creators through dedicated discovery teams and an expanding circles testing model. Interesting. So, range is in the sweet spot for educational tech content, and the algorithm gives every new video a fresh chance, regardless. Okay, that's a lot of crap. I need to get the most important stuff out of it. I don't want to be sitting and reading that for like half an hour. Okay, you know what? Let's do like that. Like buttons doesn't work. That's crazy. I don't know what is happening. That never happened to me actually, but I guess that's because I cleared my search history or something like that. Okay, so summarize and extract the most important parts from this research research okay. Come on. Okay, so we have that, and then let's summarize that and let's see what it actually is. And while it is cooking, so I want to see the step 2 of this entire pipeline. And first I also need to provide the OpenAI API key, but essentially none of my buttons work when I open the Open API. So I'm not even sure if I'll be able to do anything right now. I can wait, that's the wrong account. I need to sign out somehow and log in with another account. And I cannot do that. Maybe I can clear cookies just for that website. Okay, I guess I'll just have to clear cookies for OpenAI and then try that way. Okay, clear site data. Let's try that. So we open platform, OpenAI. We try to log in, but with a different account. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to log in because I deleted the account that had money in it had been deleted, I guess. I wouldn't be able to receive any emails to confirm login. So I'll have to register a new account, I guess. That's too bad. Well, I'm not sure what to do right now. Okay, I guess I'll just create Because I had an organization, but I guess I no longer have access to it. So that's not good. That's really not good. Didn't I change everything? Yeah, I don't have access to it. I probably need to pay for my domain again. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll skip that for now, but I'll finish that later. Essentially, I need to provide the OpenAI API key, and then I'll test the pipeline to make sure it works. Okay, so yeah, so YouTube now prioritizes viewer satisfaction over raw engagement. Let me actually overall engagement, post-watch surveys, and AI predicted satisfaction scores mean clickbait actively hurts you. Every video is judged individually. Clickbait actively hurts you. Wow. And AI predicted satisfaction scores is judged individually. Subscriber count and channel history are nearly irrelevant. Okay. The numbers that matter for 50 to 60 retention is solid, 70 plus gets priority placement, below 40 kills the video. Click to ratio about 5% is thrown, about 7% triggers by the distribution, below 2% means your packaging is broken. High click to ratio plus low watch time, clickbait signal suppression. Okay. First 30 seconds are everything. 30 seconds. 55% of viewers leave by 60-second mark. Open with credibility proof. 0 to 5 seconds. Value statement. 5 to 10 seconds. Roadmap. Stakes. Also plan a mid-video rehook around the 55-65 mark where documented 15% drop occurs. Packages. Thumbnails with expressive faces get 20 to 30 higher click rate. Use 2 to 3 bold colors, 1 to 3 words max. Designed for mobile. Thumbnail and title should complement each other, not repeat. Use YouTube's test and compare feature. Yeah, right. I forgot that there should be also like a completely different kind of completely different agents and a completely different process for packaging. Right, it's the thumbnail, the description, the title as well. Chapters are a ranking factor. Timestamp optimized videos get 31.5 higher search clicks. Chapters are a ranking factor. Oh, so I also need to start including chapters. Use a keyword read chapter test. So essentially, once I get the video fully finalized, it should also provide like chapters. That's interesting. Posting schedule: Tuesday 2 p.m., Thursday 2 p.m., Saturday 9:30. Post 2-3 hours before your audience's peak viewing time. 3 times per week. Channel grow views 8 times faster than infrequent posters. Okay, your restarted channel situation. No sandbox penalty exists. YouTube has a dedicated team for 500 subscriber channels, but all subscribers who don't engage with new content hurt your metrics. 90-day plan. Prep 5 to 10 videos before you launch and lean on YouTube search first. Most merit-based surface. Build to 20-30 videos so the algorithm has enough data. Supplement with 3 to 5 shorts per week as a discovery funnel. Underrated detail. YouTube's AI now analyzes actual video content, visual, speech, pacing, not just the metadata. Tags are nearly worthless. Spoken keywords matter because they feed the transcription indexing system. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so I guess let me save that. So it is YouTube algo, right? So that we actually have and can feed that into the AI. So essentially, I want, yeah, okay. So that's that. Let's work on second step, and I'll finish after that. Actually, let me check. What are the other steps? Yeah, so the second step is to make AI edit decisions. Okay. Okay, let me do like that. So, YouTube algo, what's that plan? Oh yeah, that's that one. Okay, so okay. And that is like these are the things like no, actually I don't need that anymore. Okay. So, yeah, let me copy that. Copy that. Check. Wait, hold up. This is not needed. Check this transcript. Check the research below and adjust second step accordingly. Check the research below and adjust the second step accordingly. There are steps missing for packet. Well, I'm not gonna provide it any hints. So the research. Come on, how many mistakes do I have to make? Okay, so let's do like that. I'm kind of curious what is the context going to look like right now because I've had a lot of text in it. Okay. So that's that. I'll do like that as well. No recent activity. There was actually recent activity. I'll stop that one and exit from here. What do you want? And let's name fail to install warp plugin, cloud plugin marketplace, add warp dev. Install warp. Okay, install the warp plugin. Some known issues with cloud plugin system device not found after step 1. You can try. Okay, so let's exit. Then let's install the plugin. Aid in marketplace. Okay, let's install that. Okay. Clone complete, cleaning up all marketplace cache. Okay, install the warp plugin. Okay, let's copy that. Let's install that. Successfully installed. Okay, now let's run Claude. How do I close that thing? Okay, nice. So, oh, so it now recognizes that. Okay, so that's good. What is compose? What is that? Compose prompt. Oh, I can even attach a file. A file. That's cool. Okay. Let me actually. Okay, that's fine actually. All right. So, the second step. Okay. So, what do we have? Okay. So there are now 5 phases, I guess. What is says? Phase B largest context 0 to $0.50. Phase C compressed input. Phase D total under $1 per stream. Okay, so that's nice. Okay, so output an edit decision list, optimize for YouTube satisfaction weighted algorithm plus build the channel profile, runs once, refresh every 10, pull your last 50 videos via the YouTube data API, title, description, text, segment, score, and flag structural moments. First element pass, send the full stream markdown plus the channel profile. There, there's three things simultaneously. First is segments the stream into logical chunks. Then okay, so how do I do that? Can I create a file somehow? I need just a blank file. How do I do that? Oh, new file, okay. Test.txt. So let's get it down actually. Alright, so Linux support is unavailable for this file type. Well, obviously that's a txt file. So I'll provide you with a plan. What you will need to do is create your own plan on how you would accomplish that. Before, you will need to know the context. Essentially, I'm building a marketing pipeline on how to transform a live stream into a YouTube long form video, which is going to be 13 to 15 minutes long, right? I'll provide you also with research on what is the best on how YouTube's algorithm is working right now. And then I'll also provide you with the detailed plan that was created by another AI. You will need to come up with a plan on what you should implement, right? The first part with extracting all the important stuff from the video is already implemented. That's already a Cloud skill. You can check it out. It's called Cloud skill process stream. What you will need to do is you will need to create another skill, and that skill is going to analyze the video. Analyze the content of the video and output edit decision list, ideal optimized for YouTube satisfaction weighted algorithm plus metadata recommendations. Okay, like that. So let's see. It's so like I cannot read that, bro. Like, okay, whatever. Let's create another file. So the new file is gonna be what I need. Oh, like planmd. Okay, raw, and I'll need that one. Let's copy and paste here. Let's actually make it like that because I cannot see anything. How do I enable line wrapping in wrap? Line wrapping in wrap. That's interesting. So we don't need key changes or anything like that. Phase E is okay. Here's blah blah blah, right? So step 2, AI powered content creation. So that's the plan. Let's close that. Then I'll also need the research, new file research.md raw, and I'll need the research. Click on that and copy. Okay, so let's paste it there. Okay, so that's good. Now let me finally read that. So I'll provide you with a plan.md file. What you will need to do is create your own plan on how you would accomplish it. Before, you'll need to know the context. Essentially, I'm building a marketing pipeline, how to transform live stream into an entire YouTube long form video, which is going to be 13 to 15, actually 12, I think it was long. I'll provide you also with research.md file on what is, on what you need to know about YouTube's algorithm and how it is working right now. And then I'll also provide you with the detailed plan that was created by another AI. You will need to come up with a plan on what you should implement. The first part with extracting all the important stuff from the video is already implemented. That's already a closed skill called process stream.md. What you will need to do is create another skill. That skill is going to analyze the video, is going to analyze the content of the video and output. Come on. And output decision list. Okay. So we copy that and we paste it here, and then we'll see if it will be able to save. Okay, that file is no longer needed. Let's close that and let's go to the right side, this one to the left side. Okay, let's also close the preview, it's not needed anymore. Okay, so very good to go. Let's see what is going to cook for me. Meanwhile, I'll check other things. Plan analyze stream skill, what it does. Actually, the first part, phase A, needs to happen. You need to actually, maybe you would build another skill, right? You can build multiple skills essentially to accomplish that. The main thing is that you actually need to do that. Phase E, human review, is obviously I'll do, but like FFmpeg execution, you can do that, for example, and you should do that actually. With phase A, channel profile, I'll give you all the keys that you will need later. You need to build everything as assuming that you already have that. have all the accesses that you'll need. But all the keys I'll later provide inside of the settings JSON file inside of Claude. So you have all the environment variables that you will need. The only thing I forgot to mention is that you need to use Python along with VNV, right, in order to run this entire operation. Okay. All right. So yeah, build channel profile sounds good. Analyze stream also sounds good. And render video. Take the ideal and the original stream files. Produce the final YouTube ready video via FFmpeg. Wait, hold up. Was it part of the requirements? Human review. Okay. So what you mean with step 3? What do you mean with step 3? Alright, and adjust then pass to step 3 for... But you don't need it. You don't know anything about step 3 yet. How do you... To actually card join and... Okay, so what do you say when you say step 3? Take the ideal... Okay, produce the final YouTube ready video via FFmpeg. Okay. I'll just add that. So it knows what it is. For making it funny, the AI can suggest where to add zoom. Okay, I'll skip that part for now. I just need the video output because I didn't add any kind of funny parts myself. Like I didn't zoom anything. I didn't like add any memes or stuff like that. So I guess we'll skip that for now. But step 3 it needs to be aware of. So step 3 is like that. Actually, step 3 explanation, right? Below, I'll provide you with step 3 explanation, but it's not just combining everything, right? You need to actually implement all the suggestions that were produced in step 2. Step 1 was to analyze the video. Step 2 is what you are working on right now. And step 3, what you are creating right now with your skills. And step 3 is what I'll describe. But let's do like that. Let's skip step 3 completely. You don't need to do anything about step 3 at all. That would be a separate process completely. Let's focus on analyzing the video and making it perfect. One last thing I forgot to mention is that you actually need to create all of those skills or just one skill, whatever you prefer, being concise. It shouldn't be hundreds of lines of instructions. Okay, what I'll do is I'll actually do like that, like that, like that, like that. All right, let's do that. Clear. The two skills kept concise. Build channel profile. That's one skill. Then analyze stream. That's another skill. Okay. Explore YouTube API patterns. There are no patterns, broski. You could have just asked me about that. Oh, I didn't use the plan in mode. So I didn't produce the plan. It just... So it actually started building everything already. Okay, well, you do you, I guess. So the plan is just in written form. It just needed me to kind of approve it, I guess. What is that? Yeah, so it will produce the ideal.md, and that's what I'll need. Okay. Cost breakdown for 1 hour of content. Okay, so that's the second part. What is that? Create a file. Yeah, you can create any files you want. Okay, and then I need third. Let's dive into the third step. Come on. Let's dive into the third step. Essentially, I need to understand what it looks like to implement all the ideal.md that the second step will produce. What is the reason I need an Anthropic API key? I understand YouTube API key, YouTube channel ID, YouTube client ID, client secret, and YouTube refresh token, but not Anthropic API key. Is that because you want to run like Claude commands or something, or Claude prompts? Yeah, keeping audio in sync across cuts, handling transitions between segments smoothly, crossfades versus hard. Okay. Can you convert your message into a Claude Code prompt that I can use to build this step 3? Give it enough context about what I'm building, and in one short sentence explain what step 1 and what step 2 are, because that will be an isolated chat with Claude. So let me remove the unnecessary script. So the generate channel profile script calls the Claude API directly to analyze the raw YouTube data and distill it into the structured profile themes, lane boundaries, stuff. But you're right, the question is, in this script runs inside the Claude Code skill, I can just have Claude Code do the analysis directly in the skill prompt instead of scheduling out a separate API call. That removes the Anthropic dependency entirely. Well, duh, you needed to just think for a sec. Okay. Here's the prompt. Context: I'm building a pipeline that turns hour-long live stream, reads an ideal file. Okay, that's kind of long prompt. Wow, that's like really long prompt. I'll have to edit it because it's really long. So we now have 3 skills. Let's use new file, prompt 3.md. Let's use raw. Let's do like that. Like, shit, this is so annoying. Let's try in settings, wrap. Okay. I guess that's not happened. Maybe line, appearance. Features. Okay, whatever. This is not what I need. Let's read that thing first. Okay, now let's move it above. Actually, I can. Okay, I can. So I'm building a pipeline that turns our own live stream into edited YouTube videos using into 12 to 15 main edited YouTube videos using AI. I have 3 source files per stream, a screen recording, blah blah blah. Step 1 transcribes the audio and samples frames from the video sources to build text. Step 1 that's already implemented. Process stream.md skill transcribes the audio and samples frames, so video source, blah blah. Step 2, where's that line? Okay. Step 2 is view analyze stream. Stream.md skill. Alright, feeds that understanding to an LM which produces an EDL, a structured file describing which segments to keep, which sort of blah blah blah. Okay. Your job is to build step 3, the EDL executor. Write a Python CLI tool with env that reads an edl.md file. Define a clear JSON schema for it where each entry specifies start and timestamps, which sources to use, screen camera, audio, and how. Optional effects, speed change, zoom, crop, text overlay, crossfade, transitions, optional nodes, ignored by the tool just for human context. Assumes that 3 sources are presynced to a common timeline. Okay, generates and executes ffmpeg commands to extract each segment from the appropriate source. Apply any. I cannot read that. I need to do like that. A preview mode dry run that prints the ffmpeg commands without executing so I can review before committing to a lone render. Handles edge cases, missing sources for a segment, warning, skip overlapping segments and segments. No, that's completely wrong. So I don't need to actually use dry run. Let the agent run ffmpeg and produce the final video for me. I'll just review the final video itself. Shit, that means I will need to reread everything again. Okay, so I can copy that. I can paste it here, like that. That's not needed, and I think that's good to go. I'll just save that. I'll close that. I'll write clear here, dismiss, and then it's called prompt3.md. Okay, so prompt3.md. So that's the last step, and we're good to go. Okay. So I think pretty much that would be the last step. I don't even think that I need to kind of really wait for it to finish. So I think I'll just stop there, and I'll continue testing all of those new skills in the next stream, essentially. All right.